I have a surprise. It's a little rainy and a little windy. Do you think it's dark enough in there? Is it probably too dark in there, but we'll see. I found a plan. What to talk about today?
Yeah.
It's a Holger. So I got a lot of people. They can ask you questions. If you don't know who Holger is, shame on you. Let me give you a microphone.
Very good.
Okay. And I'll slide over here.
Good. But
Yeah.
you have to read it because
I will read it to you because we're all blind and dark. So we are in Holger's house. Somebody recognizes you already. I see a big Holger.
Yes.
Should we do a little slow panning? Maybe I'll get my head out of the way. Rosanna knows who it is. Rosanna, do you remember her? She's from Holland.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's more. So it's only raining a little bit, but it's kind of windy too. So we're hanging out in Holger's house. Okay.
Yes.
There's a lot of chat because that means they can start logging on and chatting as soon as. I'm going to just take off my hood.
Good.
Okay, so who are you and why should everybody know who you are if they don't?
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah, I'm one of the co-directors and CEOs of the Nordic International Slave Trade Company.
I'm going to write that in chat. Nordic International Slave. He actually has a YouTube channel. NISCO, yeah. Nordic International Slave Trading Company.
Yeah.
And this is tough business.
It is. It's a hard and dirty business, but someone's got to do it. It is, of course, very important for the Viking economy.
Mm-hmm. We can't get by without our slaves.
Yeah.
No.
And of course, we deliver from the whole Viking world, from Vinland to Zerkland, from Iceland to Blauland.
Yeah, but
Yes.
You've been in Gudvangen for a long time, way longer than I have. Shall we say?
Since the first time I was here, 2008.
Yeah.
Yes.
My first time was 2014, so you've got me beat by 6 years.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot of fun things going on in the village here. And Gudvangen isn't your only territory. You've been selling trading slaves
Yes.
all over Europe at markets.
Yes, we did. We are in business since 2005, so quite a long time, and we are well known for delivering high quality merchandise. We are specialized of young, fresh, and well-shaped women.
He sees no value in men.
Yeah, no. And if you want to be good in a business, you have to specialize.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you do is you go around and you used to have a posse with you. You don't work alone.
No, yeah, normally.
He's got thugs, hired thugs.
It's teamwork. But yeah, we have different ways to acquire our merchandise. I cannot tell. Of course, business secrets.
Yes. The merchandise, the young, well-shaped female slaves.
Yes.
And do you always use a net when you catch them?
I cannot say it. That's business secrets.
Business secrets. Yeah. I've seen a net. I know that I've seen handcuffs.
Yes, of course.
We used rope on you when we decided to capture and sell you to all the women.
I have also some chains and.
You're kind of creepy, Holger.
Yeah.
He does have chains.
Yeah. This one is based on a find from Burka in Sweden.
Ah. So, somebody was actually in the store today looking for padlocks from the Viking Age if we had any made. Yeah. But we don't. We need to get those.
Yes. It's absolutely important, especially in my business. Merchandise has a habit trying to escape. I don't know why, but yeah.
So you go around. Well, I know you've done that here. I've seen you here in other markets too, actually.
Yes.
You and your posse of thugs, hired thugs. Yeah. Could they be the Varangian Guard or just No, nothing to do with it. No.
Yeah.
They capture an unsuspecting young, well-shaped female
Yes.
with consent.
Yeah.
Usually she has to have a rich boyfriend. You guys, I've seen you.
Sometimes the husbands or boyfriends use the chance and try to escape. It's not always that they want to buy them back.
They don't know.
I have seen this many times.
Because you don't take credit card and they usually get in big trouble with that.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, so he will capture them and then he will parade with your posse, parade them through the entire village saying slave for sale.
Yes.
But you have some
to do some advertising.
You have some very good advertising points. Would you like to bring up some of these?
Yes, young
sales pitches.
Young, fresh, well-shaped, of
Yeah.
course. Then they can cook, they can dance. They are unspoiled and juicy. And they have many features.
Cheapest dishwasher you'll ever own.
Cheapest dishwasher and so on.
They'll take care of your children.
Yes, they are perfect nannies and so on.
And okay, so and then you put them up on a little stage.
Yes.
And then you try to sell them. And what's the most money you've ever gotten for a slave at a market?
910 Swedish kroner.
Did you really? Swedish kroner.
Yes.
This wasn't the market.
It was about 100 euro.
100 euro. Wow.
Yeah.
This wasn't the one that got you in trouble in Sweden, was it?
No.
No, we had
profit.
It was profit. And what's the least amount? Did you ever not sell a slave?
No. Quality is, of course, the least was 50 Ukrainian kopeniks, whatever that is. But
Kopenik. I was gonna say, I have no idea how much. I know that we've paid about 30 kroner. My kids for a slave.
Yeah.
They always let them go right away, though. It's really quite disheartening.
That's not my problem.
No, well, at least we usually get a photo in.
They don't take any warranties.
They don't.
No, of course, not in this business.
Not in this business. And if you have any questions for Holger, the slave trader, by the way, just put him in there and I will ask him. Raymond says you don't always want to buy them back. Is that the boyfriends that don't always want to buy them back? He laughs at that.
Yeah.
And then some other questions I have for you. Now I know we're in a pandemic, Holger.
Yeah.
You managed to make it into the country, but how is this suffering? How is this affecting your business?
Yeah, it is absolute crappy, of course. How to catch in distance? Maybe you can use a lasso or something, but it's of course difficult. Also, import, export, and so on. Yeah, it is very bad for my business.
I'm gonna have to tag you in this later.
We will see. It might become better.
But you're going with purely Norwegian stock at this point. Yeah, because they're all the other ones, they can still get in the country.
Yeah.
Maybe you can still get. I saw we had some Dutch people, so Rosanna could be caught. There we go. Is it okay? There's a saying that you're really famous for.
Yeah.
I think you've coined it. What is it?
Yeah, it's hard to be a Viking.
Yes.
Yes.
And you've got another one.
Yes.
And you are a man of.
I'm a man of results.
Results, when only results count. And we have the anti-Holger. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, maybe.
He's the guy in Sweden. He says, I have the anti-Holger.
Yeah.
No. It's easy to be a Viking. I am a man of no results.
Of course, so he's a real professional procrastinator.
Professional anti-Holger.
Yeah.
So there, Charlotte then's got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it cold to be a slave?
What?
Is it cold to be a slave? Cold, as in cult, as in nipply, I suppose. Welcome to my YouTube.
This is what you have to deal with for the next hour.
Yeah. We have to go back and see if they have more questions. But yes, it's hard to be a Viking, says Rosanna. Okay, we'll go way up here because this is before people knew who I had.
Yeah.
Okay, Elmina's writing a few too many teasing comments to my kids, so I'm going to remove them because it's no fun for the rest of people to read, even though I know she's just kidding. Charlotte's in a semi-linen dress today and a wool shirt with runes from Dale of Norway. Does that count in the trading business for slaves? Does that up her market? if she's wearing runes from a Norwegian sweater on her clothing.
Maybe.
Does that increase her value any?
I think it increased the value to wear no sweater. I think.
Yeah. I see what you did there. And Charlotte is well endowed, so she could probably get a pretty penny for you. I see Leah here. She wonders what everybody's working on today. I have a hat. I'm needle binding. I have a little joke for this one. I'll step aside for 2 seconds. Kristen dyed yarn, and she's not happy with the color. So she threw it at me, and I turned it green. And now I'm making a hat out of it, and she's just pretending that she doesn't care, but I know she does. So I'm working on a hat, but I have to get some more yarn. It's finished 2 + 2 because it's needle binding too. So I have to. Do you need a hat?
No.
Ronnie wanted a hat. I might have to send you back with one. Maybe Ronnie can have it. But then we might have to decorate it.
Yeah, just a birthday, so it's perfect.
Oh, perfect. Well, we should decorate it with something. What do you think we should decorate it with?
R.
An R? Ronnie Frankenstein, isn't it that he goes? Yeah. An R.
Also the Rida rune, so traveling rune.
No, then I will have to do. I will do this. So Ronnie, if you're watching, okay, I will do that.
Because believe it or not, this is still a null binding.
It's a needle binding.
Streaming.
Well, I call it Viking Nalbinding because before it was just Nalbinding in quarantine for fun, and then the quarantine kind of ended, and we were still wanted to do it. But there's not very many Nalbinders out there. But most of the Nalbinders, or most people that are doing Nalbinding, are also doing reenactment or Viking. So I started throwing some testosterone in the mix, and Karl's telling weird stories and a slave trader. I mean, really, what? I think it's an awesome channel.
You now also got people explaining the origins of their usernames on YouTube.
Yeah, we got it all.
But last time I seem to recall we kind of promised the audience we would do a makeover on Karl.
Yeah, we will, but Karl caught on to that one and he's hiding. So we'll have to braid your hair, and how's that going to work?
He's in the office.
It will be hard.
It will be very hard. But how do we feel about braids?
Yeah, I like them, of course. I'm the high priest of the goddess of braid pulling.
I have my bag, so if you can't see what he's holding up there very well, it's
Yes, the goddess.
You
of
recognize
braid
that?
pulling.
There we go. Yep, the goddess of braid pulling. My friend made that for me.
And her name is?
And what is her name? Did you ever give her a name?
No, not yet. But they just found this one in Denmark, so
this one there, yeah.
it must be the goddess
Could
of
try
braid
to
pulling.
see if it goes closer, if it doesn't get too dark.
Maybe.
There she is.
Yeah.
Braider.
Found in Denmark.
Yeah, so Holger is the high priest.
Yeah, I'm the high priest of the.
We could call her Braider.
Braid.
Yeah, maybe.
How many people do you have in your braiding following?
I don't know. Quite many.
I joined. I did. I bought a little one from Gregor's and.
Yes.
I know, and
saw the light.
I saw the
They
light.
promised me a braid, and my hair is not really that long.
But what happens, Holger, if I braid her hair?
Of course, I will pull the braid.
You will.
Yeah.
I know. That is how we first met.
Yep.
He walked up to me and was like,
Yes.
I was like, okay. Who are
It
you?
is-
What you doing?
what can I do?
Backing away slowly.
If the goddess of braid pulling demanded, I'm only a mortal man. I have to obey.
Oh, because usually at markets I'm braiding hair quite a bit because that's more fun than watching somebody try to Nalbind forever. It's like watching your grandmother knit a sweater.
Yeah.
The finished result is good, but the rest of it is boring. So I will braid hair.
You ignored Mina's question.
I
Warning
did.
about bread slicers.
Yep, I did.
That is very rude.
Okay, well, put your face on here and make her happy. Say hello to your friend Elmina.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Okay. Yep, I did. No, but so I will braid usually at markets, and I usually have so many people to braid. But during the pandemic, unfortunately, I have
Also bad
not
for
been
your
braiding.
business.
Yeah,
It's for my
because
business.
Vikings, yeah. But usually I have Holger walking by, and he'll say,
I always control
And I have people
the quality.
"Yep."
Yeah.
I always have more people braiding with me because there's too many of them now. So we can be as many as 4 people braiding, and Holger just goes.
Yeah, must please.
No, he says, she makes the braids and I controls them.
Yes.
And then he goes and he pulls every single braid.
Yeah.
Anna Granberg is coming.
Approved by the high priest of braid pulling.
Do you remember who Anna Gronberg is? I think she's coming. I'm not sure when she's coming, probably the 20th, but she has hair that goes down to her ankles.
Yes.
And she was going to want a braid too.
Money help. Yes.
Let's see
I
if
knew a
I.
girl who, when she braided her hair, it reached below her knee,
Yeah.
and she cannot get it cut. She just freaks out. She's
Yeah.
terrified of just the trim. It's become something of an obsession. Almost. Oh, sorry.
How long are the
Scratch
braids
my
supposed
lip.
to be?
Sorry.
As long as possible.
As long as possible.
Yes.
And should they be
You
tied down or
absolutely
swinging
missed
loose?
every single-
I think
so good, right?
swing is better.
Swinging loose
It's
braids?
better to pull. Yeah.
Better to pull the
Yeah.
swinging braids. Okay,
Yes.
I've got a plan here. Okay, let's see if we have some questions for you.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how hot it is. It's actually pretty hot here right now. It's muggy,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I'm cold. I've been freezing all day.
Oh,
uh,
You're
something
cold-blooded.
It's
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
To be a Viking. I always
It's-
say
So,
that.
so you're a lizard.
it is. It is hard to be a Viking. Let's see. We have of course Elmina on there. She says, "Well, shame on myself." Thank you, Elmina. Heidi Lisette is here. She's tittat innom. She's taking a peek. She is down in the village. I know. No, Heidi Lisette is Runa's sister. I was mixing it with the other
Yeah.
Heidi. She's always keeping an eye on Runa, but Runa
Yeah.
is going back home today. So
Yes.
his beard is almost getting long enough to braid, but that doesn't do it for you.
No. I need only female braids.
Only female braids.
Yes.
I
Let's
guess
see.
it's confirmed then.
Yeah.
It's time to put me in a wedding dress and
Yeah.
dress me up as Thor.
Looks that far
Dress
back.
you up
Karin
as
Karl,
Thor,
mind is
dressed
fascinating
up
that
as
they did.
Druett.
Let's see. Nell is here from Finland. Hello. And Garcia is here. Garcia, she made it. And I'm still way back on comments. There's a lot of
we need
emojis
to
going.
kind of tilt the camera a little because every time you
Do it this.
Yeah.
Yep. But hey, like 50 more subscribers and I can use a phone.
No, but if we tilt it a little bit, then
So
Yeah.
to everyone watching,
be
if you haven't
inspired as
already,
Mm.
Make
every
sure
time
to
you,
like and
you
subscribe.
lean over to look at the comments, I just kind of disappear.
Yeah, that's okay. Nobody wants to see me anyway, so I'm only reading. But it's kind of fun to do this too. I feel like a whack-a-mole. You know?
Jennifer, looking at you on the screen, you kind of look like a
Mhm.
discounted.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of look like a discounted Virginia.
Okay, so Smile to the 44. Do you feel
That's
you
Inikaya.
teach the history of slave trades, the way the Vikings had slaves properly, when it's presented in such a lighthearted way, or does it gloss over how horrible it actually was?
Yeah, how to say.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we presented not like it was. Unfortunately, I would like to do this, but anyway.
But you're so good at it.
It was even more fun, for me at least.
Yeah.
But we try to show it. It was an important business in this time,
Mhm.
big part of the economy, so it should be forget.
It should be. Okay. Do you know it shouldn't actually? It's important to remember to
No,
realize how
yeah.
far we've come as a society, I
and
think.
Also, how far they traveled and traded. So,
Have any of your slaves actually not been released?
mm,
I just
I
realized.
can't tell everything. They are business secrets.
Yeah. Do you wanna bring up the Fotviken one or no?
Oh,
No, we won't talk about that then. But we did think it was fun though. Holger gotten too much into the limelight, so we decided to sell the slave trader. So Adrian Spendlow, rest his soul, he came up with this wonderful idea to that all the women in the village would get together and kidnap Holger. Holger didn't know this, as far as I know, but we had to go all the way over to the hotel at the bar and drag you out just so we could kidnap you. So thanks for that, by the way. He's like, no, I didn't know to come now. And they're like, yes, you do. So actually, what you can't see probably in any of those videos is me coming up. I have to kidnap you. Just pretend I'm handcuffing you because we couldn't find your handcuffs. And you went willingly with
for
all,
proper business, you need proper equipment.
but you went willingly. There must have been 40 women there.
And, Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't resist 40
Yeah.
women.
Yeah,
can you?
I was just about to say, what are you going to do?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
How
and
can
they
you not
had
go willingly.
we had bows, we had pans to hit you over the head with if you were to try to escape. Sorry, we had rolling pins, shovels, a bullwhip.
Oh,
Sorry, a tickle in my throat.
How much did he sell for?
Yeah.
How much did
Embarrassing to say.
What's the going rate for Holger?
3 kroner?
That's my
3
meaning.
kroner.
There is no value in selling magic.
Oh, but they tried to sell Grim, this beautiful French god of a man,
Yeah.
and he only got a handful of grass.
Yeah, even worse.
But it was fun. So we was about 40 women. We grab Holger. We get Vibeke Kohler up there with her sword and everything. She's a fighter. So that was fun. And she's like, we can shave a little off the middle if he's not skinny enough for you. We used all your words against you. His teeth are all there. Well, most of them. What else did we say?
Yeah.
Yes, he's the cheapest dishwasher you'll ever own. He sings like a canary, but he's a little shy right now.
Yeah.
He can dance, and then my kid cracked the bullwhip. And you did dance.
Yeah.
I need
First
to
time
see
of my
video footage of this like, right now.
Oh, it's on YouTube somewhere. Did they ever put it on
Yeah.
your channel? It was
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
Mark Vanderbury who was filming it.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Let's see. Colin means it's oh good. We're doing a lot of needle binding today. See? Needle binding. Slave trader.
Yeah.
So apart from needle binding,
Yeah.
what other projects are we doing this week?
Yeah. What are I know what are you working on? I can do this.
I just got the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can just hold it so you can talk. Because I know what you're working on, so we'll get there in a minute.
I just got the pattern from
Mhm.
Kristen
Yeah.
to make me some shoulder hump socks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they are in the size of 42 to 43, so I will have to enlarge them a little bit.
Yeah.
That will take some time, but slowly but steady, I will get there.
You know the copy machine, you can just up the size?
It's a physical one.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay. But that's a good thing. You're smiling.
Yeah, I even had some like.
So what are you working on?
I am tearing my hair out piece by piece over
Yeah.
the stupid tablet weaving project I've started on.
Yeah.
Because I fixed the one I showed last time, and I thought that okay, I just want to take a break from that.
Mhm.
I got a pair of new wooden tablets, so it's a little bit better. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to do something really simple, easy, 4 times forward, 4 times backwards, simple,
Yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Here we go.
here we go.
Something that is easy to do at home
Ah.
is not easy to do in front of tourists.
Mhm. Yeah, but I was gonna take the thread and pull it out to get the lengths. I'm sorry, I just hit you in the face. to get the strands, and then one of the
Threads.
no, not thread, but
Cards?
no, the like skein of yeah.
A skein?
Yeah, it tangled, and I ended up having to stand there and ball everything up and untangle it for the rest of the day. And I was like, okay, this is annoying. And
That's
then,
not ideal.
and then it was later that night, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put them through, thread them through the cards, and I'm just gonna get it all set up, and then the day after I can just start, and it will be okay. And that just kind of went a bit wrong, and then I think it loosened, so everything just kind of fell onto the ground, and I had to redo everything, and I was kind of upset, but it worked out eventually. And then today I was going to start it.
How'd that go?
It was hard at first because I did mistakes and I couldn't fasten it properly, so I had to kind of take everything up and then do it again. And then I started, and then I got about that far in, and then I made a mistake, and I tried to undo it to try and fix the mistake. And then I just ended up thinking, okay, never mind that, I'll just keep going. and then one of the strings snaps.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, this was supposed to be relaxing. This was supposed to be easy.
Find your happy place, Jennifer.
Yeah, absolutely. So today I got the more thread because I was like, okay, I'm going to replace that one and then I'm going to start over and not completely over, but try and continue. And that went for a little while. I managed to do about that much work, and then another 2 strings snapped, and now I've just put it away and I don't want to think about it because it makes me want to cry.
That's when you take a project time out.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is already a project. This is a project I'm doing on an already project timeout thing. So I'm just like, now I'm taking a timeout from the timeout.
I had one of those. It's called a blacksmith sweater. It's finally done, actually. But he didn't. He decided he didn't want more things done on it. So.
A good way to get the frustration out.
Well, he'll have it go later, but it is more than enough done to be wearing. And I actually have some photos of it.
So now I worked a little bit on the little horse figurine that I'm
making.
Oh, yeah. Because a good friend of ours recently told us that he and his fiance are expecting a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like really excited because this is the first time someone close to me is,
Oh yeah, pretty soon they're going to be multiplying like mad.
Oh yeah,
They better not be in the chat now.
She's not making any carved wooden horses for babies.
I don't think they are in the chat, but anyway, so I'm making a small wooden horse figurine.
It's always a surprise how it turns out anyway.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little, it's not going to be as wide as I thought because I may have kind of split the wood a bit wrong, so like half of the body just.
You don't need a white horse though.
No. But they're fun. They're more. What is it? The more.
Yes.
The more handmade they look, the more love.
Yeah, I mean they are into the Viking thing as well, and I mean for as long as humans have existed, we've always found like little wooden or clay like horses, all the animals like toys, children's toys. So I kind of want to harken back to that, and it's a little fjord horse because they met at Fjordan Folkehøgskole, which is also home of the fjord horse kind of. So it's little.
Oh no, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I have to ask Albert what he's doing. What are you working on? Albert is hiding over here in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you have the light behind you.
Well, I'm working on a tunic and also working on getting a shield made at some point.
A shield?
Yes. I have the buckle, the
shield
boss, but I don't have the plank, linen, or the grip. So
how does that work out? You've made a shield, haven't you, Holger?
What?
You made a shield, didn't you? Yeah, the one behind you?
Yes.
That one there?
Yeah, it's also,
You have 2 of them, actually. There's one like that on the other wall, but smaller.
And there's one behind there as well.
Yeah.
So how did you find it? Was it fun to make, or are you enjoying it?
It was quite.
Also, I found out
not that difficult, and you need just, of course, on the edge.
The rawhide on the edge.
But
that was a trick to stretch it out. Oh, you took it in smaller pieces too.
No, you do it. You make it wet overnight in a bucket or something, and then you nail it on, and it will stretch.
Instead of
or it will shrink afterwards and going very straight and so on. So when you do it on, it has many like waves or something, but when it dries, it stretched and fold like.
So it fits so tight to it. Yeah.
It's quite.
Isn't that like a torture technique to wet somebody's skin and let them sit out in the sun or something?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult.
I've not heard of that, but I can definitely list a bunch of others, but I'm not sure if that's completely YouTube friendly.
Oh, that's okay. We've got so Holger's working.
Naked yoga, though.
Holger's working on something though.
Yeah, I do a new Odin, our old one, Paul.
Yeah.
Our old one is after 10 years rotten now, and so we need a new one.
His face fell off. Odin's face fell off. I put that back on.
But we have a new one, and He is laying outside and drying.
Yep, and we've been
In the rain.
He's of
But
course
you gave
covered.
him, he kind of looked like Nutella because you
yeah.
covered him in chocolate.
Yeah,
So he's Nutella Odin now.
it is a Nutella Odin.
But this one, oops, this one has something that your other one didn't.
Yes.
That there.
It will have a spear and
And a
2
raven.
ravens. Now the other one has 1 raven, but he will
And
have 2.
let's see, I got some more progress photos here. Progress photo. That's not Nutella, that's a shadow.
Yeah.
And then we have him in the very beginning, I think, too. With a very, oh no, there's a
Very
close-up of his
beginning, it
face.
was just a tree in wood.
He's kind of cute. Is Odin supposed to be cute?
Yeah.
In some
he's-
instances, actually.
Yeah.
In some
He's a
instances.
shapeshifter. He can be everything. more or less.
And there we have a man of results.
Yes.
It's Holger. Okay, you had some other questions here. Christy asks, what about peg looming weaving? My kid does peg loom weaving. I should have her do that one day. We've got about 4 of those. Those are awesome. If you don't know what peg loom weaving is, I actually need you to make me one of these once. I think I asked you to.
Yeah. I
It's
think
like
so, yeah.
a log and you cut it in half
Yeah.
this way. So it's just kind of sitting like that on a flat surface. And then you have little, not holes, but pockets cut out that each peg will sit into. And you could have a bunch of pegs, and at the top of each peg is it's kind of like a little pointed, but at the bottom, I mean, is a hole that the string goes through, but it sits in that little pocket. So you've got these pegs sitting here, if I can do it like this, and you weave in and out with
Yeah.
some really thick yarn
Yeah.
until the pegs are pretty full, and then you lift the peg out, slide the work down, and then put the peg back in, and you have this cloth folding down in front of you.
okay.
It's really quite cool. I have, but I did find one. Actually, I found one at a secondhand market, and I knew what it was, and the lady was impressed and said, "You can have it." They didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I was very happy, and I never had to have anybody make me one. No, but you was it you or the journeyman that made me a stative, a thing to hold it, a plank, because it had all the pegs, but it didn't have the board. Maybe it was the journeyman. If they were German anyway.
So,
They were-
then it
Same
was,
shit.
Deutschland.
Yep, so you can put it back. The German builders are awesome.
traveling carpenter.
Have you ever had international or local tourists cause a scene or voice distaste over the slave thing going on? So I'm going to reword that question and say, did you ever have every once in a while I get a tourist that walks by and sees my cat on a leash and says, "Oh, that's just not natural." I'm like, well, it's not natural that humans drive cars either, but it happens.
Yeah.
But have you ever had somebody go, "Oh," and walk past?
No, not really.
No? They all know that it's good fun.
Yes.
Probably because the boyfriend's sitting over there waving a credit card that he can't use.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. We always an attraction.
Yeah, it is.
There's
So-
a wasp.
It's wasp
Go.
season.
Oh,
Oh no, you're gonna see plenty more of those.
Go. There you
We
go.
get
you
lots
were
of.
outside. Wait, did you fly back inside?
Max Francis, have you tried the Dolby stitch? Yes, I have. This is finish 2+2, which is not Dolby. This is a finish stitch. It's like Oslo, but over 4 loops instead of 2. And Dolby is a Russian stitch, if I remember right. This one, there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but let's just pretend you could. You go this way. You take like the second loop and go behind the third loop, pick up the third loop from behind, and then go back through the second loop, and then down and under the first loop and over. Easy. No, but you'll have to check out the thing on New Lock and Top. But what it does do is it makes something about as equally as flat as this stitch, but a braided appearance to it. It's kind of cool. It looks like little deer tracks too. And telemark is pretty much the same thing, but it has more of a braided edge on the back side because in Dolby you go under the thumb or under the working thread, whereas telemark you go over it. So that will make sense to the Nalbinders. Look how confused.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, I do like the Dolby stitch. I do that also with this thin yarn. It's not very thick. Rosanna says, there's something that's interesting to me. The difference between the Dutch and the Scandinavian view of our slave trading past. What do you think about that one? Because the Dutch are obviously famous for slave trading once upon a time.
Yes.
A little bit after the Viking Age. So is this competition between you and the Dutch? The
No.
German and the Dutch?
Oh God, I hope not.
Seeing as Rosanna is from Holland.
We work together international, so it's
He's willing to go into a collaboration with you.
no problem.
Oh, she's got more in here too.
International friends.
Always good to have her.
And
She
business
said
partners.
they were big sea traders and traders, and we did a lot in the golden age to work on the lands, and we did do a lot of sending apologies and money to relatives, even nowadays. Wow. Have you been sending any notes of apologies to Viking families in the past?
Of course not.
No.
Of course not. I mean, did we apologize for torching down Linda's farm or something?
Oh,
What
well,
for?
we're still
What
writing the letter. We were going to send it with a monk, but it didn't quite make it.
I think it was lost in transit.
No, just get lost in transit. Yeah.
translation.
No, but Rosanna is definitely interested in a collaboration of slave trading with you. So there you go. Hit her up. She speaks German too,
Oh, very good, very good.
if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Then we can do something.
And then she's got
Of
even
course.
more history in there for as well.
Yes.
Let's see.
You can find us on Facebook as Nordic International Slave Trade Company.
So now she does Viking reenactment. She sees a big difference from Netherlands in the multicultural, and we cannot really display that past because there will be a lot of extremely mad people. This is actually a thing, yeah. But in Scandinavia, it's different, and you can even joke about it. My view is that it's just the past, and it cannot. And I cannot imagine something like that nowadays. But it's good to remember the past for what your view. That's kind of how I see it. It was Mickey Mouse that removed a bunch of their really old cartoons because they, they're very out of date, shall we say?
Yeah.
Offensive and out of date, offensive nowadays. But they did decide to keep some of them on their collection package because they thought, and I do agree with this point, it is important to realize how far we've all come as a society.
But I have like this disclaimer before it as well.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
we do not agree with the views shared in this video, but it's important to remember
How far we've come as we've chosen to
Right.
include it to remember how
That's-
far
because
we've come.
and it was something like because deciding to not show it is to pretend that it never happened.
But that's not Disney. That's Warner Brothers.
No, Disney has also done it.
Yes,
They
but
finally came to
then
their senses.
Almost.
Maybe.
Almost. After they stop trying to
Debatable.
copyright the names of the Norse gods, then they will be back on track.
this is a whole new can of worms we're not opening.
Yeah. You
Tune
can go,
in next time.
you can go look it up yourselves.
No, but the underlying point I think I have to agree with. It's nice to show how far we've come. So you can do it on display here to make kids kind of appreciate that we don't do that for real. Maybe we're not really gonna sell people.
I think like a week before he got here, there was like an Irish guy who wanted to see the display he has
Yeah, I
over there,
remember that.
and his little daughter said, "No, Grandma."
Ina says it really well here too. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really well said. She's got some other one here. Anything can become of torture techniques. No, anything can become a torture technique if you commit hard enough. Do you agree with this, Holger?
Yeah.
With your chains and devices up there, hooks. That's
Yes.
That's a grappling
know
hook
how-
up there. I don't know if you can see
I
it. It's
didn't
like
even notice that.
How the hell did you get it up there?
Yes.
he is a man of results.
I'm a man of it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise
That's
me.
That's all the answer you will ever need.
Yes.
And all the answer you will ever get.
Oh, one of these days we're gonna have to come through with better lighting and actually photograph your house, Holger, because it's awesome.
I mean,
It's,
we can get oil lamps.
everybody that comes and stays in the village puts their own little touch on a house, but yours, most people kind of keep yours the way it is because they like it so much.
Yes. Yeah, so it should be.
So, what is your favorite torture device?
My favorite torture
No kids.
It's my YouTube. I can do what I want.
Oh, yes, here we go.
Normally the whip.
Normally the whip. Now, when Darius gave me a hand-carved bone whip,
Yeah.
was that better with leather tips on it? Okay, good.
Yes.
Because we used that when we sold you and made you dance.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
You
So
know, I
then
would
Darius's whip was good.
So it's easy to carry. I'm
Darius is a Polish bone carver.
Impractical. You know what I want?
What?
I want a whip made out of spines.
No.
Yeah. No, let's see. What?
That one.
Yeah, that was the next one I have. Ian also says, I have a magic plate of invisible coin, zero merchant or O merchant or zero merchant?
Oh, merchant.
Oh, merchant, please give me my girlfriend back. I need her to cook dinner for me. He approves.
No, but honestly, tying someone up and then force tickling them is just that creates so much panic. But it's so simple because you're not technically hurting them.
Yes, you are.
But
Technically.
Karl will say that I used to say that I misunderstood. I thought Karl said you're the only one smarter than him when it comes to Viking. But actually, he refused to accept that that's what he said. And then now he says if Holger says something is true, it probably is when it comes to Viking history. Do you want to share any of this knowledge with us?
I hope so, but I'm not sure.
No, but you know quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Viking story now that I still got you here for 2 more minutes because you're trapped and you can't get out?
Yeah. My favorite Viking story.
Your favorite Viking story. True, of course.
True.
It has to be true. Or do you want to do a reenactment story? Those are fun too. You could choose.
Bloody hell.
I'll put you on the spot. Well, I told you one of mine, and that was selling the slave trader for 3 kroner.
Who bought him?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Vivek, no.
Slave trading. I once had an English family, and they had 2 sons. Maybe 12 and 10 years old, and a daughter, maybe 14, 15 years old. And I caught the daughter. And I dragged her to the marketplace and showed her on the stage. And the bidding started, and we were at 10 Swedish crowns.
Yeah.
And I asked the brothers, you want to pay 10 crowns for your sister? No. The bidding went further. Other men put money in and so on. And I heard the older son asking his father, "Oh, Daddy, can I have a room?"
My kids would do that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
My brother
So
would
they
do
gave
that.
absolutely a demo of her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
Business is business. I sold her somewhere else.
Okay, and what's the hardest sell you've ever had to do?
The hardest.
The hardest one to sell. I know that you can find plenty of Barbie dolls out there that sell like that, but what about?
No, we choose really quality. So we had never a hard time to sell our merchandise.
Yeah.
Never took longer than 10 minutes or something.
Only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How many have you sold in one market, like in one day on a market? Because I know I've seen you with at least 2.
It can be up to 10 maybe. So in good times.
Yeah.
Good hunting times, yeah.
Did you ever have one you wish you didn't sell?
Oh, plenty
one
of.
that got away.
Plenty of, I think.
Are there any of them
Like
that
to
wanted
keep
to
them.
stay and,
You have
and be
slaves
sold for
who
more?
developed a Stockholm syndrome.
Like, did you ever have a slave that pretty much sold themselves up there?
Yes.
Tell me.
Dancing and singing and so on. Yeah.
Trying to up the bids.
Yeah.
And how many girlfriends did this with their own boyfriends bidding? I got lots of good questions.
Quite a lot. Normally the boyfriend is quite in a
Kind of sitting there going, "Stop it, honey! I don't
he
have any
has
more.
to- Yeah.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth more than that."
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But that's why you like to take ones with the boyfriend, isn't it? Because if the boyfriend doesn't try to buy her back, she gets
Yeah.
real pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. So
One
he has
silver
more or less
coin.
to buy
The
her.
lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
Yeah.
And you have to also remember
just
that
realized
if the
it's a stop
boyfriend
chat.
sold, then she won't be paying to get him back either. Most of the
not.
time.
Probably not.
Let's see.
The question is, where do I get myself a good good quality because I have a lot of projects that are making me very frustrated, and I would like to have somebody do them for me.
Yeah, yeah.
You would need at least
No.
10 thralls to be able to live like
Yeah.
the rest of us.
That's what I thought. It was in top chat, so I missed a couple, but it's on live chat now.
Yeah.
That gives him the power to make shit up. It will last until someone figures the scheme out, and then no one will ever trust him again. Oh, no. Okay, so now, because I'm a female, I can ask this question. Which makes more money, blondes, redheads, or brunettes? Or, yeah. which women sell best? I need
Let's
to know.
pretend we don't know the
Let's just
answer to
assume I
that.
might color my hair in the future. Which one should I go for?
Or which one shouldn't you go for?
Yeah,
Yeah, my feeling would say probably blondes.
the blondes get the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Blondes
What a
do have
surprise.
more fun.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
probably because they're up there telling everyone to
Yeah.
bid more by doing dancing.
Yeah.
Let's see how much you can make. Let's see. Raymond says reminds him of Groundhog Day when they auction off the guys and the cameraman gets auctioned off for 2 bids.
The cameraman.
Like the cameraman. Do kids or whatever ever get into the trading that they feel visibly uncomfortable or to the point of protest or tears or something? Or do they generally just seem to understand that it's just for fun? I think it's important to say you don't auction off.
Oh, no.
No.
No,
That's actually,
there's also no
yeah.
profit in kids. They eat too much and you get too less work out of them, I think. So we never tried.
No. I got to say, from a parenting perspective, my kids think it's fun because they know that what it is. So they try to, my kids actually started outbidding themselves. I thought this was funny. I think I actually have that on a background of some Gudvangen video that was taken anyway of your slave trading. And there's my kids going 11 kroner and the other one yells 12 and the other one says 13. I'm like, shut up, you're on the same side.
That's the customers you like.
Yeah. How did you enjoy that beer afterwards? That I probably paid for.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we got 13 minutes left, and then poor Holger will have to be released into the wild. So if you have any more questions
We
for him,
all have our projects to go back to.
you have this wonderful description or drawing or hieroglyphics or whatever you want to call it of the slave trading organization on your wall over there.
Yes.
How hard is that to show? I mean,
Well, it's normally not.
is it stuck to the wall though? I can't remember.
It's stuck to the wall.
Yeah, we'll have to put pictures of it somewhere
Yes,
so that we can find it.
It is shows the 4 pillars of my business. First, acquiring of the merchandise.
Mhm.
Second, the transport. Third is the selling and advertising. And fourth and last, of course, the sense of all profit. Yeah.
And then, of course, the profit. And I noticed that your painted women there are anatomically correct.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not even shaved. If you haven't seen it, you really should.
Great artist, I think.
But I think I'd probably ask Holger before climbing into his bed chamber because that might be a trap. Now, how do you prefer to store your merchandise?
We've really gone down that road now.
Oh, we only get, I can't tell you that I'm on episode 70 and
Remember
I'm,
to keep it at room temperature and not then you can't
Inferno.
No, but you can't freeze it and then reheat it again.
yeah. Well, I'm on week 70 and this is the first time I've gotten a slave trader online. We've talked about him so many times. So how do you prefer to store your
We have,
merchandise?
for example, the stock outside. Then I plan to build up a cage, and of course, chains.
Chains, yeah.
Of course.
So you're going to build a cage. Where should we put that?
Over there to the right.
Ah,
I hope so, at least.
inside the house or outside?
No, outside.
Oh, you could probably build something there.
Yes.
There's nothing else going there.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
there.
As long as people can take photos of themselves stuck in there because I like
Yeah.
doing that with your foot stuck over there.
Yes.
I imagine
That is
something
an
similar to
attraction.
the chicken coop.
He built the chicken coop.
Yeah, exactly.
Holger did. Yeah, yeah.
Something similar to that.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
yes,
we have to get you to build a cat cage behind the textile
Yeah.
house one of these days.
Yeah,
But my cats aren't here right now. They're
yes.
we have a spot for them. Rosanna says, I know you are not interested in the men, but if you have some left for sale somewhere, I indeed need a new table and knife. And do I get a discount when I start working together with you? Says Rosanna. I guess you're going to have
Why
to
not?
start selling men.
We have to. No. I have the experience. There is no profit in selling men.
And the
You just
reason
need to find the right buyer.
Yeah.
and
It's
why
too
are
difficult. If you have a young, well-shaped girl, it sells like ice cream on a sunny day. It's no problem to find interested.
It's ice cream on a
customers.
sunny day.
But I mean, male slaves are used to help in the work that you're supposed to do. Are you saying that people have enough working force?
You did sell a man once. I bought him. I fought Lisa.
Yeah.
Tell the story. Tell the story. This is a good one. We
Yes,
got
yes,
just enough time.
But it was organized before.
Yes, it was.
We got some jumpers from the sky landing in the
Base jumpers, yeah.
base jumpers. Yeah.
And they landed in the village.
They landed in the village, fortunately unhurt, and so we caught one and sold him.
I
for,
like
I
where
don't
this is
know.
going.
I
Yep.
don't know how much we got, but yeah, probably not much.
I got half the chieftain silver. I thought it was kind of
That's all.
funny because he gave me the whole bag of silver and you guys didn't ask for more. It's not my silver. I was happy to get rid of it. But the funny thing is, yes, this was actually planned beforehand. It's a stunt, and I think you can go on Extreme Sports Veko,
Yeah,
VEKO.
something like this, yeah.
I think it's
Oh, beast.
or Hillary Stott or something. Anyway, but yeah, they were doing a video competition for Extreme Sports Veko or the Extreme Sports Weekend VOS, and everybody and everybody's team could submit a video that they made during the week to advertise for it, and the best one would win. So they came and wondered if they could cooperate with the Viking village, since the base jumpers land in Gudvangen anyway, if they actually could land in the village, which was kind of interesting because we didn't get any roadkill on the houses, thank God. It's a pretty narrow landing. And then you and Mel would catch him and auction him off into to sell.
Yes.
Capture him into slavery, and basically I think the slogan was VOS forever. But we already knew he was going to get the chieftain silver, and that I was going to buy it and I was going to win it. But somebody didn't tell the bead lady, the crazy bead lady. I think she's probably the one that sold it. She was so upset that she didn't win. She was trying to trade it for beads, and you wouldn't take her damn beads.
Oh, of course not. You want silver.
No, so I'll have to say I was sitting there with a whole bag of silver, and you only took out half. You could have gotten the whole thing. But anyway, poor Lisa. But I still have him under my house. At what time should I be letting him go?
I don't care. Sold is sold.
It's only been 3 years, 4 years.
Did you remember to feed him this week?
What they eat? I thought you said they didn't eat much.
No, normally not.
Oh shit.
His name was Scott,
look
actually.
at us laughing about
Yeah.
human trafficking.
And Decker made it. And look, slave trader. Enjoy. I might not get him back on
Sounds
again,
like a
especially
time.
when he realizes what I just put him through. Raymond says, sounds like a time travel story. Go base jumping, wake up in a Viking slave market.
Yes. It is some kind of it is. Yeah.
Under my table. He wasn't even good enough to put in my bed.
Stranger in a strange land.
Stranger in a strange land. But no, we have, they wanted to do it again, but we didn't, because there is actually a lot of risk in landing. And you who have been in this valley since 2008, you know what it looks like when base jumpers are not successful.
Yeah.
How many of them have you scraped off the side of the mountains?
Yeah, not personally, but I have seen often the helicopter coming and doing such things. So generally, it's once a year in average that one of them not succeed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I guess they live for it. They would pretty much go nuts if they didn't get to do something like that. They live for the adrenaline rush and they know the risks. So. But we have really interesting wind gusts here. Were you also here for the market? Because I keep telling the story, but actually I was not here for it myself. When all the tents went flying. Was it like 2012 or 11?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell that story? I'm just making you tell everything. I've never heard you talk so much.
Yes, yes, yeah. It was a stormy night, I think. So,
Yeah.
that's when yeah.
But is it because when the wind goes through just right anyway?
Yeah.
But did the Osterberg tents go flying too, or just the Saxon tents that are pegged in?
Mostly the Saxon.
Oh, Rosanna wants to buy him off of me if he's still alive. He was kind of skinny though.
Yeah.
His name was Scott. He did have a girlfriend. I don't know if he still does. She might be missing him now.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. I made
Go
him.
check on him after.
You know what? I haven't cleaned my house, the Viking house, since February. It's possible he's in there somewhere.
What,
This
buried-
is why I needed a slave.
what buried beneath the dust?
Well, seeing as your house is still so messy, I guess we can assume that he didn't last that long otherwise.
I was gonna say, yeah, considering the state of my house, I don't think he's alive anymore. He's not
Either that or he
cleaning it.
ran.
What? He
He's
got
done
so hungry he started eating from the plants hanging from the ceiling,
Mhm.
and then one of them was poisoned.
Yeah. Oh, so there you go.
He needs to just put it on top of the house, you know.
There we go. A little
Good
needle
grace.
biting update. The hat is this much done now. It's kind of see-through. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can kind of.
It's a thin
It's a
hat.
thin one. If I do it this way, which means I can't
Hi.
see crap, there's Albert there. But you can see the light through it now. What do you think? Do you think Ronnie would like that?
Yes,
You have to feel it. You have to touch it. You can't just say.
Yeah.
You have to touch the merchandise.
Yeah.
Do you? Speaking of. Do you let the auctioneer or the people that are buying and bidding? Do you let them touch the merchandise
Yeah.
to find out? I mean-
no one want to buy a pig in a sack.
I mean, they need to know if it's real or it's almost done actually.
Yeah.
All depends on how long he wants it. Some guys, hey, that's a question for needle binding. Okay, anytime I make hats for guys, for some reason, I mean, if it's for a woman, they want it to go over their ears, like here. But a guy, for some reason, wants it short like yours.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What is best if it was a needle-bound hat and not a leather one that you made?
Just like this. of
What
course.
do guys like having cold ears in the winter? What is the deal? So there you go.
That's
Then, in which
also
case,
here.
then it is almost done. If you can see it back there on her.
I think women want this because then they can pretend not to hear.
Mm. I think you're right. Don't
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
Carl.
I have my ear sticking straight out.
Okay.
I have a straight out sticking air in the air that's normal. It's just like
We all do if we do this though. See.
yeah, but I don't have to do that. I think it's a piece of cartilage here or
Oh,
something
cool.
that's just not. So I can just
You have to embrace
That
it.
we can
So, yeah.
fix quickly.
We can.
No, but I can just
You didn't know Holger dabbles in surgery?
Ah.
He's good.
Was it a slaver,
Mm.
a medic, a carpenter, and also a surgeon?
Oh, he can do everything. Oh, but
a
he's
man of
much
many
more than
trades.
that because Holger, you have some very special things around your neck over there. I don't know how well it shows up on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, for this one first, the big tusk.
Yeah, that is of course from a dragon.
It's the dragon. And did you
It's
catch
a
this
dragon.
dragon or did he just drop his tooth and
I
leave?
slayed it using only my bare hands.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, that's very important.
was a-
Your bare
seven-
hands.
I'm sporting.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was a seven-headed one, but yeah.
Yeah.
I took
Seven-headed.
just- Yeah.
Yeah.
But I took just one task to prove the story is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a Carl.
Yes.
I just told him not to let you know how worthless I was.
Yeah.
Okay. I just watch it back then.
Nah.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy it. It's kind of fun. We totally gave him. It's a Carl.
A wild Karl appeared.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so the seven-headed dragon.
Yeah.
Did it put up much of a fight when you took its tusk?
No, it was not a big deal for me.
No. What did you do with the rest of the carcass? Because Lisa probably wants it for her
Just
garden.
let it to the crows.
To the trolls. Oh yes,
To
and
the
that's what all
trolls.
these other things are for.
Yeah, some have a sense, some not. The spear is staying for Odin. Yeah, yes, the rune age, my sign for Holger.
Yeah,
And
that's on the bottom of your cup too, but you can't really see it.
this is a troll cross. It
Mm.
keeps trolls away, always.
Yeah,
important.
you've had a few encounters with trolls in your lifetime.
Those are real.
I have.
To steal your socks.
The
But
ship
only the
is
left ones.
Barnyard, the god of
What's with that?
Mm.
sailing.
Fjord for the fjord.
This one I think is for eternity.
Yeah.
Dark crystal keeps also curses away.
Did you say girls or curses?
Curses.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it would be bad for my business.
And it
well,
doesn't seem
the
to be
rest-
working.
There's not
No.
much. Well, the rest is just
Decorations and things.
Decoration, yeah, something. And of course, most important, the goddess of
The
braid pulling.
goddess of braid pulling.
Yes.
There's a lady named Annetta. She goes by the name Viking Mood on Instagram. When I was putting up braids on Instagram, we kind of competed a lot because she braids. Have you met her?
Maybe.
She does a lot of the markets. Well, she's from Denmark.
Yeah.
But she also does a lot of braiding and has even put out 2 books about Viking braids.
Yes.
Have
I
you,
probably met her.
You might need, if you haven't, she uses this symbol actually on her books and her business
of
as
course,
well.
Of course.
So,
What else?
have you tested her braids? I just want to know whose are better.
Probably I have.
I'm assuming hers are better because she's written 2 books and she's still doing it. And I'm in a pandemic crisis over here going, I got needle binding in YouTube.
Well, you
I've
still
offered
haven't
you
done
to braid
mine.
my hair.
No, we'll get
Yeah.
there. We were going to.
I probably tested on every market I pull the braids. So
I bet you have.
Yeah.
But look at that. We hit an hour and you didn't die.
yeah.
All right. So I'm going to let you go. See you guys later. We can see, and Andrew says, long guys can always fold the brim up with the hats.
Yes.
That's true. I might do that too.
Yeah.
I decided that hat is going for Ronnie. Ronnie will get the hat because he always likes all my hats and says I need one. So I should probably give him one. And then Raymer says I make them go over my ears and I have to not make the hat too tight though. Else it presses on the arms of my glasses. Yep, I hate that. Then you take them off and you realize you still have a line there where your glasses were.
Yeah.
And then we're good. Okay.
Good.
Bye.
See you next Saturday next time too. Maybe we get the slave trader. Maybe he learned his lesson and will hide from me. See, I told you.
Remember, it's hard to be a Viking.
It's
Maybe
hard to
we'll
be a
have some
Viking.
slaves next time.
Yes.
And
Next
only
time.
results count.
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
And.
And
Oh, you did